What up, what it do, guys? Welcome back to Spaz the Riches. I am your boy Spaz, and today we are going to be watching NASCAR's worst female crashes. As always, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and we're going to just jump right on into the video.
On the inside of Austin Dillon.
You can see right there, Hornaday was just able to drive that thing down into turn 3 and 4.
Ricky Carmichael into the wall coming out of turn 4. The field spreading. We've got a problem behind him, too. It looks like two trucks maybe slapped the wall. Oh, and hard to hit by Johanna Long as they crossed the stripe. Also involved was the 8 of Nelson Piquet Jr.
Just watch for Ricky Carmichael right up your screen. It looks like he just got a little bit loose.
Got a little bit too high, overcorrected, hard in the outside wall. You see that the 20 truck here coming with all the sparks, and you can see how much damage she already had to the right front of that truck.
When you're in second, you're searching around trying to find their weakness and see if you can't get a move on them. Whoa, we got a spin.
Turn 1, up and into the wall, hard. Wow, it's Danica Patrick.
Well, you can hear a tire down here.
I was going to say, was that another tire?
Sounds like it.
She was in 19th.
It's on the bottom here.
Underneath Casey Kane. Looks like Casey went to go tuck in behind her and just misjudged it. Got into her right rear, turned her into the wall. Hard impact.
Man, right down the straightaway here. Woo.
You saw Kevin LePage's car off the pace on the apron.
That one's fun and
Do have one spun. And wow, big crash. Jennifer Joe Cobb in the 27 and Johnny Chapman in the 43.
Can I get out yet?
Yeah.
Just looking at this, it might be a situation that the 27 spun and then was hit in the rear.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Right there, you can see just catches Chapman up there. He's trying to avoid this spin.
It looked like the 27 maybe hung the left front down on the apron, caused it to get loose and shot up in front of Johnny Chapman.
That flash fire went out as they stopped.
Dang, that was bad. That was a bad one. Anytime I see fire, I automatically say, that was a bad one. Look at that, though. Look, that car is engulfed in flames. I mean, it obviously went out, but still.
Up here. Pretty significant fire. And the right side of Kyle Busch's car was in his way.
Getting crowded up there in the front right now with the 42. Oh,
whoa!
trouble.
Big crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano.
Oh, man.
Eric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Heavy damage there on Danica. Oh, man. It looked like the 22 just got loose.
I think that.
Oh, man.
What a
ride that Danica went on.
Danica took a heck of a ride into the wall. And then the 43 just plowed in there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I think he committed to the outside lane. Pretty big impact by the 43. As you could see, Almirola sitting in his car. He hadn't quite gotten out.
Under caution at Daytona, Grant Enfinger got a little sideways, and Jennifer Joe Cobb took the biggest hit. It could have collected many, but Cobb certainly took the biggest hit of the bunch. You see her, she is climbing out with a little bit of assistance. We did hear her communicate on the radio to her team. It begins with the 98 of Enfinger.
That's him right here inside of the 51 truck, Spencer Davis. Dalton Sargent, that 25 right behind him. He just wanders up off the bottom and looks like just tries to turn back to the bottom, Phil. Just got loose, just simply got loose. And watch the driving some of these racers do to get through it. How about Parker Kligerman? He got hit by the 20 of Legacy. There's that hard contact to the safer barrier for Jennifer Joe Cobb.
This is Kelly Sutton in the Team Covaxin at 02. We got into the wall in turn number 2, brought out caution number 3. Let's take a look at how it happened.
On the inside of the racetrack there, gets a little bit loose here, I think. 08, yeah, she got loose. Tried to correct it. The truck actually turned back to the right. She turned back to the left again, but ran out of racetrack there, made hard contact.
That was a hard hit. It really was. Take a look at it from the back. Now you see it wiggle, one correction. Now it gets away from her paint.
Big push coming from Elliott and Keselowski. Contact! Elliott slam into the wall.
Are you kidding me?
Danica Patrick, Casey Kane.
Oh, man.
You all right?
as they got down to turn 3, I look more at the momentum the 9 had and the 2 had, and that last move as Chase Elliott sees the 2 is going to go to the inside of him. And that, to me, is what got him turned around. Hard to see from that angle.
Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4, Johnny Sauter's in front. He's been black flag. It will be the win for Ron Hornaday. Win number 3 in Texas.
Travis Quapple hard into Johanna Long.
Across the stripe. And the trucks continue to try to avoid. But Johanna Long and Travis Quapple, hard contact at the start-finish line.
The black flag was displayed for Johnny Sauter and the checkered flag for Ron Hornaday. And there's Travis Quapple. Wow, hard contact with Johanna Long.
Yeah, Travis was completely.
So does the black flag mean you can't win? Like, is that like saying that you're out of the race for the rest of the thing? Because you had the black flag and the checkered flag. I'm assuming that the black flag means you can't win the race.
Out of sorts as he came through the grass, and he was headed towards the wall. He was actually lucky Johanna Long was there. Unlucky for Johanna Long, but she really cushioned the blow of what would have been a big hit on the wall.
Here it is right here. See, Travis loses the front of his truck and chases it up the hill. There he is now, just no control right now in the grass. And as you mentioned, he would have hit that outside wall completely head on.
That's on board of the 77 Dodge truck of Brendan Gaughan. Problems. That's the 02, I believe, of Kelly Sutton.
Got a little bit of fire behind that truck.
And let me just tell you, it has been very dry here in the Kansas area. It's going to be a little bit of time before they get that out because the grass is going to burn here in Kansas right now.
Looks like Kelly may have made contact with the inside wall. Pretty big hit, it looks like.
Those of you that did not see this accident that took place will show it again. A very hard hit on the inside wall. That's the truck going across the infield.
And she's going to make some real hard contact with the inside wall. Very reminiscent of Jeff Fuller's crash of a couple of weeks ago at Kentucky Speedway, where a lot of contact. You see Kelly being loaded into the ambulance there. You see her arm move right there. She put her arm over on top of her other hand. There's her truck right there. That's a lot of that damage is because NASCAR will actually cut the roof off these trucks to be able to extricate the driver a little bit easier.
I'll tell you, it's amazing. You give a guy a shot and he shoots him forward.
Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's
around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh gosh,
up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was.
I am not believing it.
Side
She's
down.
right in the middle, the fifth car back.
I think somebody makes contact with. McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, it just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
Jennifer Jo Cobb has spun her truck coming off of turn number 4 here at the Lucas Oil 200 Dover International Speedway, and she climbs out of the truck okay, but frustrated. She was running 28th at the time, and she's not happy with somebody.
No, she's definitely voicing her displeasure.
Looks like maybe Tyler Reddick.
Looks like Tyler Reddick, possibly with a 19 truck, he would be lapping Jennifer Jo Cobb. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here, Ralph.
He's that blue truck running in second place, and he's right behind her here. Hard to tell from that angle if there was contact.
Into the wall in turn 3.
It's Rick Crawford right there.
Golly. The whole front end off of that, number 14.
A couple more trucks on the back.
Tina Gordon.
That's a bad crash.
13.
That looked bad. Did y'all see the flap on that truck? I mean the flap. The hood of that truck? Oh my God, no. That's a no-no.
So our first caution comes out at lap 45. Rick Crawford sliding into the infield.
His throttle's hung.
Throttle's hung.
You'll see Tina Gordon get sideways exiting the corner. Does a nice job of not spinning out, but just can't ever control the truck, Phil.
Never can catch up to it. Now she's got the brakes locked up to try to stop that truck, but she stops in the middle of the racetrack. There comes Rick Crawford right behind Dennis Setch on the 46 truck. Could not see her, never saw her. Clipped her, turned her in front of Hank Parker Jr., who made severe contact on the inside, and it kind of slid down to the inside wall.
Low treble front straightaway, big pile up. Danica Patrick and the 34 of David Reagan.
Blue right front. All right, 10-4.
She and her Stewart-Haas teammate Ryan Newman, now both those.
And that car is sponsored by GoDaddy. GoDaddy.com. I don't know what they do, but I know that this car is sponsored by them.
Cars pretty well destroyed with right front tire issue.
You can see it right here. Just dead in the middle of turn 4, the car just goes straight.
That's probably what caused her to come. Let's see what happens here with her. Right here. Bam. That first thing.
Get lower if you can. Lower if you can. Back's coming outside of you.
Aaron Crocker going by the car, trying to go by the 72 car.
Oh, there's Jeff Villabani in the 44.
Here we go again. Yeah, hard to left side.
It looked like the 44 got into the left rear quarter panel of Aaron Crocker. And, you know, and like I said, it doesn't take, that's all you have to touch a car on this racetrack to get them sideways and wreck them. I mean, you almost have to, if you can look at the left rear quarter panel the wrong way, it'll spin out.
We saw the battle for the lead for quite a few laps where Eric Jones couldn't get by Daniel Suarez. This time Suarez was up the racetrack. Eric Jones took advantage of it and into the wall again, the 78.
Hold the brake.
Angela Ruck once again has got into the wall. A lot of damage to the back of the 78 now.
Let's see. She doesn't look like she's quite up there. I think that probably had a lot to do with what happened from the first crash whenever she backed it into the wall.
A much harder impact this time.
Angela Ruck, the niece of Derek Cope, who won the Daytona 500. A lot of damage to the right rear and rear of that car.
Yeah, watch the run these drivers get that are lined up. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there in the 88. Watch the burn.
Here we go. Here we go.
And she's all right after a hard crash, and the caution flag is out.
I'm so glad that all these racetracks have put safer barriers where we never had them before, and here's a perfect example of why we need them everywhere.
Alright guys, well that'll do it for today's video. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hope you enjoyed the video. And deuces.
You like how I talk, huh? You like how I walk, huh? You like a social nigga, boss. You know what I'm on, huh? How you cap, bitch, you weak. Bitch, you lame on that lame old shit. For yourself, get killed. I'll take the gun off your hip. Dish you that shit like a feel. Don't do young hoes.